Welcome back to Quiddy Connections Season 8, Episode 1. Now we shift focus to Belleville at West Wicks Park as Light the Night Belleville is coming up October 5th this year from 6 to 8:30 p.m. So joining us behind this, Liane Woodley. So Liane, so great to have you on the show again. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's so great to have you doing this because, it gets the word out to more people, and that's what we need, is more people to know and to be able to come out and help support our blood cancer community.
Yeah, for folks who missed our chat last season, take us back to how you and your family got involved with this and how this got started.
My sister Carol was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in October of 2021. And in Belleville, we don't have supports to help people that have a blood cancer. So she was sent to Kingston and spent a lot of time in Kingston. She was there for about 18 days and she received treatments and bone marrow biopsies, things like that. And when she was at the hospital there, we would walk the halls together. And one day she saw this poster for Light the Night. So we went back and we checked out, for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Canada. So Carol said to me, she said, you know what, Liane, when I'm better, we're going to do this walk and raise money to help support other people. So unfortunately, my sister's story did not end well. And we did decide that we would continue on this legacy for her. And so I contacted the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Canada, and at the time, because it was COVID, they weren't currently doing a walk, but we decided that in Belleville, we would host an event and we would do a walk. And our first year was amazing. We had probably about, I'd say 300 people came out and raised about $65,000 that year. So it was quite a year. So it was a great way to honor my sister and to carry on her legacy of kindness, caring, and hope.
What year are we now for this, Liane, and how much money do you hope to raise this year?
So this will be our third year. Last year we raised over $75,000. So we were really hoping, our goal would be to raise $100,000 because what we learned is that $100,000 is a research grant through the LLSC. Currently, last year, the LLSC had $5 million that went to 24 different research groups across Canada. So our goal would be to reach 100,000, but of course, as you're doing a fundraiser like this, it's not always easy to continue that momentum. When it starts off new, people are really excited, but we've got lots of different fundraisers that we're working on this year. So our hope is to raise 100,000.
Talk to us about the team Carol's Crusaders, Liane. How many people have been involved?
So we have about 75 people on Carol's team. And those are people that are friends, family, friends of friends, anybody that wants. A lot of people knew Carol. Carol was the manager for the International Student Program with the Hastings and Prince Edward District School Board. So a lot of people from the board are part of that team. Our family, of course, is part of the team. My mom, who's 93, she walks every year the 3 kilometers, and she comes down for the event. And but lots of friends of Carol's from all over. We have people coming from all over on Ontario to be part of it. So we have about 75 people, and that number just seems to continue to grow. So last year we were in the top 5 fundraising for all of Ontario, our team. So that was pretty amazing. That was kind of cool. I did speak last year at Light the Night Ontario because Carol was the honored remembered hero for 2023 for Ontario. So I got to go up and speak about Carol and tell her story there. And it was kind of cool because our name was up there, Carol's Crusaders, in the top 5 fundraising for all of Ontario. So it was pretty cool.
Fantastic. So Light the Night Belleville once again happening, Lions Pavilion at West Wicks Park, October 5th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. How do we register and be a part of this, Liane, this year?
So you can register at lightthenight.ca, and when you go to lightthenight.ca, you'll see that find an event. And when you go to find an event, Belleville is at the very top. So all you do is click on Belleville, and that takes you right to the Belleville site. And you can join as an individual. You can join a current team like Carol's Crusaders. I think last year we had 8 different teams, so you can join a team, or you can create a team and have your own team sign up and do it that way. So that's how you can get registered. And if you can't be part of that night, we're also happy to take anybody's donation that would like to donate, and you can also donate at that site as well.
Thanks, Liane. Is there a cutoff time for when we can donate, or is it kind of all year round?
You can donate all year round because the LLSC, of course, is not going to turn down any amount of money. They do their event in Toronto will be, I think, October 22nd, and ours is October 5th, obviously. But we are still doing fundraisers after the 5th. We're doing a dinner at the Belleville restaurant, and it's on Eventbrite, and it's a buffet, so it's a neat night to come out and try a bunch of different kinds of food. So it's a fundraiser October 22nd, and then we're also doing a spin for the cure at Good Life in November. So we're looking for people to join those things as well. But you can donate at any time, but we try and get as much as we can before our event, so we can sort of say like, hey, we've already raised this much money, and that's sort of the goal. But the LLSC will take money at any time. The LLSC uses money for, obviously, their number one thing is research. They also use it for advocacy. They help to find people treatments if they're not readily available in their own communities. They support people by providing some mileage for people. Like if you're in Belleville and you have to have stem cell transplant, you likely go to Toronto or Ottawa, and that's an expense to get there, and it helps people with some of those expenses. So they just do so much. They provide so many different mental health and wellness supports. It's quite a good organization, and so the money mostly goes to research. And the interesting thing about research for blood cancers is that a lot of that research does help all kinds of other cancers with their drug treatments. So it's a good one to donate to. And I'm not saying that don't donate to other ones, but it does help all different kinds of cancer.
Thanks, Liane. We appreciate the information, because how common are blood cancers these days in Canada? What are the stats that you know to date?
I'm gonna open up my computer here because I did get some of those stats because I knew you might want to know. In 2024, there's an estimated 23,600 Canadians that will be diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma, and that's 2024. And leukemia specifically in 2024, about 6,600 Canadians will be diagnosed. For myeloma, about 4,100 people will be diagnosed. And for Hodgkin's lymphoma, there's two main types, Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And for Hodgkin's lymphoma, about 1,200 Canadians. But for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, about 11,700 people will be diagnosed in Canada. And in terms of pediatric cancers, leukemia is the most common type of childhood cancer, and lymphoma is the third most common type of childhood cancer. So those are some good stats. I mean, the interesting thing about blood cancers is that they impact everybody, right? From the young to the older, to women and men. Like it doesn't discriminate. Interestingly enough, this year we have a young woman that's going to speak. I think she's 24, and she had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She's a survivor, and she's going to speak at our night as a survivor. And I'm just meeting so many more people in our community that have been impacted by a blood cancer, and it's just unbelievable. But the treatments are getting better, the survival rates are getting better. We just keep doing this work, and I think we're going to make it better for everybody.
Yeah, you and your family have really helped spread the word, especially here locally in the Bay of Quinte. So we thank you for that and all the awareness that you've done with this. Once again, Liane Woodley, Late the Night Belleville, happening October 5th from 6 to 8:30 at the Lions Pavilion at West Wicks Park in Belleville. Liane, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Good luck with everything.
Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it so much. You take care.